Hello and welcome to this Globe Claritest video. It's a quick video to show you some new functionality that will be available in the next beta release from Sprint110, which will go out next Thursday, which is around about the 30th of March. So we've been working on sort of a high-level user story of basically simplifying selection of support files and also allowing for QC and QA of what's been applied to the data, so it's easy to track back and check what mutes or velocities have been applied to a data set and understand that whether they are the right ones or not in a simple fashion without having necessarily to wade back through all your job flows with always that worry that somebody or you have changed a job flow and since that data set's been created. So the aim is, and what I'll do is if I open a job up, talk you through what we're aiming to do. So what we're looking to do in terms of module interaction is that when you go into a module like NMO and you want to select a velocity file to apply to the data, the moment when you click on the list button, it takes you into either a standard Linux or Windows file browser, and you can navigate up and down the directory tree to find the file you want, which is okay, but obviously can be, once you run a lot of jobs or create a lot of velocity files or mutes or whatever, can be quite challenging for a user to identify the actual velocity field that they want to apply to the data at that given time. So the aim would be in future release is that when you click on that list button, it will bring up a list of the NMO files that are applicable for the data set that you are currently working on. And this will be because within that data set itself, within the HDF5 file, there will be a list of all the support files that have been applied to the data up to that point. All support files have been created using that data set or a preceding data set up to that point. And there will also be the capability for users to basically define a velocity field or a mute is associated with a particular data set with it using a new interactive tool and application. So if we open up the size read module and now click on the view button, and it brings up the standard SLI interface of the data set. So you can see that some of the, anything that's a file name of some description is now highlighted in a sort of a teal color. And we can basically interact with these. So I can right mouse button click on one of these things like this data set 434_raw.htf5, and it allows me the option to open with SV. And it will bring up then the start menu for that. I can also click on the GNS refraction mutes, and I can open with XSDE, open with the muting application, or open with SV again. So if I click on open with XSDE, it brings it up in that sort of spreadsheet editor, and I can interact with it. It also tells me what job flow created the output data set that I'm looking at. And as I say, down the bottom, we've then got a list of all the files that have been used. So we've got the name of the job file, and that it's been applied to the data. And then also the names of the support files that have been applied in that processing flow, what module used them, and whether they were applied, or if they're removed, say an inverse NMO, it will have removed in there instead. It also can have created by or derived from in there as well. So again and again, because they're highlighted, I can open these with XSDE or whatever the relevant editor is that we've associated with the type of file that it is. So with an NMO file, we could open with isovels or even with CVA if we wanted to. So that's sort of gives us some QC QA capability within reviewing the data set in size read when we're picking up and checking what we're going to read into the next job flow. Also, if I pull up the log file, again, you can see that file names are now highlighted in teal. So again, these are interactive. I can click on them and select to open them with XSDE or with SV or whatever the applicable viewer is for that type of file. And I can click on where it says job file as gnsjob2.job. I can click on and open that with XSJE, so open it in the job file editor. So we feel we're making some good steps down the road to implementing the functionality we want. Makes the log files a lot more usable than they used to be, and allows for users to quickly and simply QC and confirm what process they've applied to the data, what NMO that is on the data, if it's a data set with NMO applied, or what NMOs have been applied through the processing, to make sure that if something's looking wrong, that they haven't inadvertently applied or reversed the wrong NMO field at some point down the line. Obviously, always grateful to receive your feedback. So if you get the chance to download and install the new beta at the end of next week, take a look at this functionality and let us know what you think and how we might be able to improve things. Thank you for your time, and goodbye.